not as bright, and it's basically a psychological effect.
Now, as a 5-year-old, I went to many a rave.
Yeah, sure.
I loved Dead Mouse 5 when I was 5, and I want to know, how do glow sticks work?
It's a chemical reaction. Two chemicals that when you join them together, a glow stick has a glass ampule in it, full of a second chemical. When you break it, you mix those chemicals, and part of their chemical reaction is every chemical reaction is about the movement of energy, and the energy generated by that chemical reaction is light.
Now, sometimes I've been told you can put them in the freezer, and then when it's in the morning, you've switched over to more edibles or something else to just kind of edge off the roll. You could take the glow sticks out of the freezer and re-crack them.
Really?
That's what I was told.
That sounds like... I don't believe that.
Well, and I wouldn't trust anybody's roll experience. I wouldn't trust anybody who said that there was more light there.
Who put these glow sticks in the freezer? The internet!
No, it's cool, man. Just stop knocking over the Solo cups. Why is my microwave burrito molten outside but still kind of frozen on the inside?
Because it takes a while to move heat through a cohesive body. The microwaves work by taking the electromagnetic spectrum at a specific frequency and vibrating the molecules of your sandwich or your hot dog. And they vibrate it, and vibrating makes them heat up. Well, it doesn't make them heat up, it makes heat. Vibration is heat.
Right.
So the microwaves create heat, and that heat takes a while to work its way all the way into the center of your lasagna.
I'm blowing my mind here. Why should Kevin close the toilet seat when Kevin flush?
Because if you could witness microscopic droplets of water...
Has anybody visualized that? The effect?
We tried on the show. We found artifacts from a flush toilet as far as 15 feet away.
No.
Yeah. In a completely cleaned bathroom. So water vaporizes and stuff travels.
Yeah.
And look, it's all in our gut biome anyway. We're inhaling fecal coliform and all sorts of nasty stuff all the time. It's what makes us robust.
5-year-old me does not want to hear that.
5-year-old you ate poop, I am sure of it.
100%. 25 and 35-year-old me also has some questionable dietary habits. Why does menthol feel cold?
Oh, this one's really neat. It turns out that the chemical in menthol, when we get cold, our cells have a chemical reaction to getting cold. Our human cells have a chemical reaction. Menthol activates that same enzyme that's activated when we're cold. So it's like the menthol is faking you into thinking.
I was going to say, so it's not the actual compound itself.
No. It's the compound itself is activating some part of your system that tells you when stuff is cold.
Can we, okay, hold on the Explain Like I'm 5. Like, did you ever do any hacking or freaking, which is basically like phone-based,
No, I did, no, I did do hacking in the original...
Statute of limitations.
No, in the original
well
MIT
past.
sense of the word of exploring places I shouldn't go and leaving them as I found them. I did a ton of that in my teen years.
With computer systems?
No,
or
all physically. So I found out that a butter knife could pick the locks on the doors that led to the windows in Grand Central Station's big windows, east and west. And I spent much of the 80s wandering through those windows, and one day they left another door unlocked, and I discovered that it's true, there is a swimming pool above the 42nd Street waiting room.
I choked a little bit on this one because it says, how do crowbars work? And why do they make me so strong?
It's the simple lever effect. Archimedes has one of my favorite physics quotes, which is, give me a lever and a place to stand and I can move the world. And it is really true. The amount of energy you can impart with a crowbar is gargantuan, especially when you're out at the end of a lever arm.
Kids, you're learning a lot. We're teaching 5-year-olds some questionable things.
Exactly.
Jam butter knives into everything. Just, Grand Central locks or light sockets. And grab a crowbar.
Look, if you're going to make friends with the light socket, just make sure one hand's in your pocket. That's all.
And as a seasoned TV professional, how do I toss the break right now?
I think you just did.
Oh, great. We'll be back then. Hello there, dearest internet and television friends. Hi there, Kevin Pereira back for Attack of the Show presents The Loop, our inaugural episode. And what better champagne bottle to crack against the bow than Sir Adam Savage? Thank you.
Thanks for making me a knight.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, I teased at the top of the show that we are, in fact, live and interactive. And that's the way media works these days, I'm told. So we are going to ask some of the cues from the audience.
Okay.
That's fair?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I might have skipped a graphics cue. And the good thing is that that's okay? Let's roll it.
Sure.
Great. Literally forgot the name of the segment as we were going to it. And it's like, you know what? We're all friends here, right?
Yeah.
Has questions. We have answers. Let's answer them.
And that's the segment, and that's what we're in right now. Thank you, Vanessa. So, my unexpected treasure asks Adam, if you were a supervillain, how would you use regolith in the most evil way?
I would
Little
figure out a way to
jockstrap
make
sprinkling?
white regolith so you couldn't see it, and then I'd sprinkle it in the clothing factories of my enemies. Their clothes would just start falling apart on them, and they wouldn't know.
Have you? Is there like a?
That's literally the nude bomb. I just described the Get Smart movie plot line.
That works though. It's yours now because
Yeah.
it's regolith, and that's the
Amazing.
unexpected twist. K-Boy asks, any plans to go to space soon?
Oh, God, yes. I would love to go to space. I'd love to be a civilian ambassador to space. If you've got a seat on one of your
You want me to
ships-
text Jeff? You want me to text Jeffy? Because I'll do it right now.
It's very exciting time that space is becoming more accessible.
The fact that we can, you can look down the barrel of a lens and say, hey, I'd really like to go to space on one of your ships. And that could apply
to a whole host of different entities.
several
Yeah,
private entities
absolutely.
is really exciting.
Look, I'll make my own suit.
That's right. You will. And you could probably fix the toilet on Elon's.
I would. I would love to go. I've been on the Vomit Comet.
Yeah, we
I've
were just
taken
talking about
the
that, yeah.
U-2 spy plane to 70,000 feet and above, and that vantage point on the universe is something I would really
Yeah.
like to experience at some point in my life.
I found on the zero-G flight, the parabolic flight, I found the moon and Martian gravity to be the best part of the experience. The zero gravity part of it all, nauseating. I felt completely helpless.
Yeah.
I was doing the
Yeah,
Galapagos
yeah.
turtle thing that they said I would, and I'm like, no, I'm too smart for that. Then suddenly I'm a scared cat that just saw a cucumber and can't get away. I like the moon gravity.
Yeah.
I like doing push-ups with pinkies.
I loved the fact that as I tried to move quickly in moon gravity, I looked precisely like an Apollo astronaut,
yeah.
like that
The
weird
same bouncy
two-legged
gait?
skip. I also thought it was hilarious. I finished doing all of the. I guess it took us like 9 or 10 parabolas to get all of our sequences.
Yeah.
And then my producer's like, "We're good. We're wrapped." And of course, that's when I throw up, and I throw up into the doggy bag or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Not a doggy bag. And I throw up, and I'm like, "Oh!" And I look down, and I realize, oh, there's nothing holding it in the bag because there's no gravity. Maybe I should shut it.
Yeah, it went down and it came back up to greet me, and now it's coming back up again to greet me.
Right,
The bag
only
is vomiting.
momentum is
Yeah.
getting it into this bag, not gravity. And momentum is going to bring it back out if I don't act quickly. So I
What a
close-
fun discovery. Hero and Gib asks, which do you think will come first, moon base or Mars base?
Oh, moon base, 100%.
Right, it has to.
There's fuel on the moon.
Right.
We're going to get to Mars. The hardest part of getting to Mars is getting enough fuel out of Earth's gravity well. And the moon has a ton of water on it, and that is our rocket fuel right there. All we need to do is use electricity to turn it into some hydrogen and oxygen, and we're off to the races.
Love it. We have 2 more if you have time.
Okay.
TF98 asks, what's the build that holds the most sentimental value to you?
The most sentimental value.
Yeah.
That's-
Do you ever get misty-eyed reminiscing on a particular build?
Yeah, I
Yeah?
do. When I was 5 years old in 1972, I snuck out to my dad's studio, and I took my teddy bear and I traced him on a piece of paper, and then I drew him and I gave him all the things I wanted, which was a nice snazzy blue vest, a belt, and with a gold buckle and a Superman shirt. And my parents saved it and framed it and dated it, which tells you a lot about my parents.
Yeah.
And I still have it.
Every bone in my host body says you end on that. It does, because that's delightful. That is very sweet. But I am going to end with
All right.
King Hova Studios, who asks,
Okay.
can I get that recipe for thermite you wouldn't share on Mythbusters? Asking for a friend.
Get your own anarchist cookbook.
Did I miss
I'm
my
not going
out?
to do your homework for you.
Okay, so we have a promo pony. I don't know if you've heard about this thing. It is a majestic creature.
Okay.
No saddle. Refuses it. But once you hop upon it, you have to ride it into the sunset.
Okay.
Are you ready to ride the promo pony?
Sure.
You know, as I started to set it up, I was regretting it. I could have just said, hey,
No,
we've
that's
reached that time in the show where we should plug a few things or whatnot. But
I'm yes, and I'm just,
I know, but that's a dangerous place, and it's too much
Yeah.
power into my amateur mitts. You're very kind and very gracious. But let's go ahead and let that horsey dance across the screen, friends. It's time to ride the promo Pony.
Get yourself to tested.com and see some of our videos and our short film for G4.
Wait, hold on. No, I should have just.
Oh, I'm not allowed. Is that? I thought I was supposed to talk the whole time.
I know, but the pony is so fast. In case you didn't realize that.
Yeah,
He
no, I was
whips
very
across the screen.
grateful how fast he was.
Oh, okay. And he was majestic with his gait, and you were also embodying that MIDI music, that barnyard theme that was there. Like, hey, friends, come on out, which I appreciate, but. That we can be a
great.
little more casual.
Conversational.
Yeah, let's
Lovely.
I
Excellent.
should have. So we're gonna take it back for the edit, and let's let that promo pony run across the screen right now. And there, how fun is that?
He is majestic.
And that's all the time you have. That's all the time you have. And now it's, oh no.
Tested.com.
No, look, I knew. Once you became involved with the G4 of it all, and from the suit build to agreeing to do this, which I appreciate. Like, I mean, obviously, I knew you'd have a home here. Obviously, not that you need a second, third, or fourth home, but the reaction from chat was insane. And as predicted, they're gonna want to see more. They're going to want more. Yes, they could Google. Of course, there's the "Let me Google that for you" link, but. How can people find more?
They can find more at Tested, our YouTube channel, which is tested.com, and Tested on YouTube. There are literally hundreds of hours of me building stuff in my cave in San Francisco, collaborating with amazing people like the geniuses at Weta Workshop, and traveling to film sets like Blade Runner 2049 and most recently Ghostbusters Afterlife, where I was actually able to even build some props for the show. Yeah, Tested.com. We've been having a lot of fun over there.
And your private social? What's the...
No, you're only going to get the main.
Okay. No burner phone? You want even a Google Voice or something?
I
Everyone
wish.
wanna leave it?
Oh my God. Okay, so I just funded this Kickstarter for a cell phone that has a physical mechanical dial on it.
So it's a cellular device with a rotary dial.
A rotary dialing cell phone. Yeah.
So they're going analog to digital somehow, and this is something you
I
have
to have in my collection. Yeah, absolutely.
Adam, thank you again. You've been gracious with your time. The build was incredible. I truly, it was an honor and a privilege to be part of that journey with you.
Thank you. You guys were amazing partners in that suits, man. That was
you.
such a fun build.
Thank you. 5 seasons and a feature. We're gonna get it. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Dude, that was awesome.
Thanksgiving. It's that very special time when families come together, eat a bunch of food with gravy on it, and ask, whatever happened to G4? G4, the early 2000s cable station for gamers, was a network of firsts. The first to televise competitive esports. First to broadcast live from E3 and San Diego Comic-Con. And most importantly, first to air the words, "Not the Buster Sword!" Not the Buster Sword! On national television. With shows of questionable popularity like X-Play and Attack of the Show, a game show about vomiting, and actually popular show Ninja Warrior, G4 introduced the cast of beloved personalities to the world.
The fans have spoken, and they have said G4.
But just as video games, comic books, and esports were truly taking over, the network disappeared. And to this day, fans wonder if we will ever see anything like G4 again. The answer is, kinda. Find out what that means next on a very special G4 Holiday Reunion special. Hello and welcome. I'm your host and G4 superfan, Ron Funches. I've personally assembled the star power of G4 for an enchanted evening of nerd rememberings and a surprise twist at the end of Act 4. Joining me tonight, X-Play co-hosts Morgan Webb and Adam Sessler. Attack of the Show's Wonder Twins, Kevin Pereira and Olivia Munn. Host turned corporate sellout Blair Herder. Accurate. We know it. And everyone's favorite, the host of G, Kristen Adams.
Remember me?
Once I Googled you, it's amazing to see you all again. Now, to us fans, G4 looked like a magical clubhouse where anything could happen. But what was it actually like making the shows week in and week out? Kevin?
Ron, it was like, if I may, a magical clubhouse.
I was right.
It was magic. It really was. I mean, it was work. It was hard work, but it was the kind of company when I first started there, I was 18, had no idea what I was doing. I'd never done production before, and was just nervous every second of the day. And at 5 o'clock, all the fluorescent lights started shutting off. And it was because everybody in finance and production and even in legal, they were firing up Call of Duty on their little Dell computers. It was the one game that could be run on all the machines, and they were having a LAN party. And I was like, oh, I'm home. As a nerd, it was magical. As a business, it was poorly run. And that never changed.
It continues to.
I mean, yeah.
Every day we'd come in to Attack the Show, and we just have like the most fun crap to do. It would just be like, today you're going to possibly injure yourself, or you're going to come up with this fun sketch. Every day was
Watch
so
out,
much
we have 3 alpacas on set.
Yeah.
Why? Because someone made a pun involving an alpaca.
Yeah.
So now that's happening.
You were the best damn alpaca surfer I've ever saw.
It was honestly a time in my life that I miss every single day. I could do Attack of the Show every day for the rest of my life.
Oh, I would want holidays off.
What about you, Adam?
It was always fun to go in, especially in the beginning, where we were all at these cubes that opened up to one another. And someone might say something, and then someone else would kind of yell a joke against it. Then this one guy, Mark, would usually grab a guitar and make a song out of it. And it was just this weird process of how we got to all of our jokes.
It was such an adventurous time that will always sort of live. Of course, do you remember when the pipes broke in the ceiling and then the entire place?
People were holding umbrellas over their monitors.
We had a monkey for an episode.
Hello and welcome to X-Play. We totally have a monkey. We had Super Monkey Ball and $800. So we decided that what we were gonna do is get a monkey.
Yep, and we had a monkey. And this was the only time in my life where the monkey trainer turned to me and goes, "You're gonna be seen as the alpha." And I was like, whoa, we're gonna have a day today.
Tell us your stories, your beginnings, Kristen.
I remember I was like, okay, I'm on a legit gaming channel because I would see your reviews. X-Play gives this, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's what we did. I was like, I'm on your coattails. I'm like, we did. We gave it a 5 out of 5. It's like, think about how when you watch sports, there's 900 sports commentary shows that give people language to talk about what happened in the game. And you guys did that with the video game reviews. You were able to give language to people to go, hey, did you see what happened? Did you see what Sessler and Morgan said about this game, and showing the videos on Around the Net? I mean, that was like way before.
I remember people saying, well, you're going to put YouTube on television? Why, what?
For me, it was in that open cubicle. Morgan and Adam and myself were kind of seated together, and I always knew whether or not Adam liked a game that he was reviewing by how loud he would type. He'd be like, I'm like, that's a 1 out of 5. But he was just like a soft whisper through like a spring day. I'm like, oh, that's a 5 out of 5 over there. He's writing up Skyrim right now.
That's one of my favorite games of all time.
See? I knew I liked you, Ron.
You knew you liked Ron?
At what point? Yeah, because.
Well, like right now.
Oh.
Maybe there's like a whole arc that we just don't know about yet.
Oh, okay. Act 4.
Who told you about Act 4?
You literally said it in the intro.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, that was you said Act 4 surprise.
You kind of tipped your hand here.
G4 was the first time millions of fans had ever seen the inside of mega conventions like E3 and Comic-Con. And now we can't unsee them. Let's take a look back, shall we?
Do we have to?
Yes.
I have been waiting for this for months. The convention is sold out, so unless you got a ticket, we are the best ride in town.
We are coming to you from the Los Angeles Convention Center, which is jam-packed with the industry's biggest names.
I feel like I'm on the set of a very, very sweaty 300.
Give it to us now!
E3 is absolutely nuts. We saw it.
This is what I'm saying. It's my show. Gets out of control. Wow. I'm not really sure what just happened there, but I had a blast. Hopefully you guys like what you've been watching so far. If not, screw you. We don't care.
Ah, what a simpler time. What was it like to be there?
Like our first convention, like the first E3 that I ever went to, we didn't actually have a booth or anything.
No.
Brady Games gave us a little corner of their booth carved out that they put the name of the show on, and we basically just put our backpacks there. Like that's.
Aww.
For me, it was my first E3 and Comic-Con. I recognized very quickly, wow, these people are way more famous, way more popular, and way more beloved than I will ever be. So the next year at Comic-Con, they would always schedule my autograph session first. It's like, let's just get them out of the way. And so I wore a T-shirt, and I wrote all of their signing schedules on it. Everybody had to come to me to see when you guys were signing autographs.
Well, while we're on the subject of conventions, Kevin, Olivia, rumors have swirled about a major falling out between the two of you.
No, that's weird. No, I don't think so.
Well, what happened at G4 Romania Con 2014?
Nothing.
Yeah, it was very normal. It was a regular con. We had met a lot of fans.
Well, that sounds like a lot of lies, because I have a tweet that says, OMG, Kevin and Olivia screaming at each other on stage. Hashtag giant borscht, hashtag Olivia's hair is still super shiny.
You know, rumors are rumors. I mean, people tweet a lot of crazy stuff. Kevin and I have never been closer.
Exactly. Thank you. Actually, after all these years, Ron, I can still say confidently that Olivia's hair is still super shiny.
Oh, thanks, Kev.
You're welcome, my little Munder twin.
Oh, all right. Hey, put it there.
All right.
No.
What? Put.
Okay, that is a convincing friendship. Coming up after the break, we remember the quote-unquote comedy from G4's past, and later, Blair Herter is going to let us shave a G4 logo into his back hair.
What did you say?
You should have read your contract. Stick around.
Hello, kiddaroos. Colonel Duck Bucket here with a very special holiday message. My world-famous deep-fried Ducksgiving coronary blowout is back. Thanksgiving dinner is boring. What? But we made it great by replacing all the dumb non-meat parts with meat. The Colonel's pride meal is a giant-sized turkey duck, a side of hot-pressed meat yams, some duck gravy over mashed meat taters, a side of duck beans, duckberry sauce, and some pumpkin pie. Well, that looks like a balanced dinner because it's all meat. And come on down for the all-new Impossibly Duck. Looks like a duck, sort of tastes like a duck, but it's not. It's a cruelty-free soy alternative. Now, who the approved this? Where's the GD duck in it? Why, it ain't Duck Bucket if there's no damn duck. Nope. Next. Whoa, what's that you say, Daphne? We've got something for mukbang fans. The Duck Muck Bucket has all you chew perverts covered. I see you, sinners. It's 28 pounds of duck breast, entrails, and stuff we scraped off the bottom of our deep fryer, all slathered in a collectible Home Depot bucket. And hey, you buy two, and we'll throw in some custom stream alerts. Wow, well that's donk. Now to address some of the concerns about our sodium content, here is a bona fide food scientist. I'm a scientist, and this is salty as well, you can't argue with that. So easy, so delicious, so ducks given.
Menu items consumed at your own risk. All ducks were harmed in the making of this video.
So then it turns out McHammer isn't dead, or so he says. And Jeff, did I say something wrong?
Hey, McHammer, don't hurt him.
Did I say something wrong?
Yeah. No, no, you're fine. Jeff Bridges kicks it old school with hand-drawn
Was it
entries.
McHammer?
It's MC Hammer.
Welcome back to a very special G4 Holiday Reunion special. A reminder that there's always a lower bottom. Because we're in my basement.
Oh,
That makes it better.
Here we are, where I keep all my prized G4 memorabilia. Who could forget Kevin's hype machine?
Oh, hi, guys. Look at that.
Wait, don't encourage him.
And Kevin, I even have a lock of your hair from when Olivia accidentally cut it off.
Okay, that's weird.
We all have baggies of your hair, Kevin. Don't make it a thing.
See? Thank you, thank you. And let's not forget about Ratty.
Oh, Ratty.
Get out while you still can.
Hey there, good buddy. He does not look alive.
I won't let him die. And Adam, just for you, you might like that I have your Battletoads trophy.
Wow, the 1997 Riverside Invitational. I had hope back then.
And hair.
Yeah.
Oh, it was luscious. Poorly conceived pop culture comedy sketches are everywhere now, but Attack of the Show and X-Play truly pioneered the art form. Let's take a look back. Roll it!
All right, let's get this over with.
Go easy on the face, though. That wants to mount an extra cable sword.
What are some of your favorites from back then? Adam?
My fondest memory is the most absurd thing we ever did in a review. I don't know what the game was, but I'm walking through the old G4 offices and someone just shanks me and everyone just keeps walking past.
That was cheaters.
Oh, yeah.
It turns out in the end it wasn't. So I'm gonna say, like, I really enjoyed our Skyrim sketch. We were all playing like a ton of Skyrim at the time. And so the sketch was us walking around the office like we were inside Skyrim. We had a dragon special effect somehow. Don't play it though. It's probably for the best.
It didn't age well.
It's better in your imagination. Let's just go with that.
We did so many sketches together. Very first
But which
one
ones were good?
All of them. All of them were run. The first one I ever did was It's Hard to Be a Female Superhero. Blair Butler wrote that, directed it. I love that one, but the one that probably sticks out the most in my head that was just the most fun to do was the Wonder Twins sketch with you and me.
Oh, yeah.
That was just so fun.
Yeah.
And you look so cute in your little purple onesie.
Thank you. I was hoping you were going to say that.
We have that ability, as you know, as you guys probably know about twins, you can finish each other's
Sandwiches.
sentences.
You know, one of the things about Cheat that I do actually remember, so I would come in and I would be reading prompter. They would be like, hey, can you do an impersonation of, and it would always be something I had never seen or watched. And so I would always do an impersonation based on some producer's impersonation of that. I mean, I am a horrible impersonator, but I was legitimate. I had an excuse.
She does a great, do your Schwarzenegger as Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, yeah, I'll be back.
See, and he does run away so fast.
From the world's largest video game controller to the world's largest teabag, Attack of the Show was known for epic stunts. Really, anything could happen. Kevin and Olivia, I'm gonna ask you how you got the hashtag #RedHotPooper nationally trending on Twitter. But first, here's a quick look.
Whoever downs the most shots wins all the glory and honor.
Oh man, I'm gonna be pooping all night.
Cheers.
This was a stunt where Kevin and I were competing with each other.
It was during Mega Dare month.
Yes, the competition was just who could do the most Cholula shots. And how many did we do at the end?
Thankfully, there were only 11 on the tray, so
We did.
it couldn't end in a tie.
It
but-
was so painful, like legit painful.
In a commercial break, I was like, Mun, that was incredible. And you answered me through forehead sweat. So we were going to go to a birthday party that night. And I said, I'm so sorry to do this, but I need to use your restroom. And she said, I'm so glad you said that because I need to as well. And I had tweeted about the event and used the hashtag. And so hashtag #RedHotPooper made it to the top of a Twitter list. So our anuses were one of the first.
He was downstairs, red hot pooping, and I was upstairs, red hot pooping.
Fascinating. Believe it or not, this is the high point of the show. It's all downhill from here. And now a message from people who would have been here if we could afford a longer table.
Hi, everybody. Jessica Chobot here.
What's up? My name is Zach Selwyn.
Hey, I am Tiffany Smith.
Hey everyone, it's Matt Myra. Oh boy, G4.
My fondest memory of G4 was just my time at G4.
Going to work every day never felt like going to work.
I mean, I always loved my time when Chris Hardwick and I would host Attack of the Show and Blair did the feed and we would call ourselves the H team for Hardwick, Hayslip, and Herder.
I truly feel like you could pick anything from Proving Ground. We ran the gamut on that show, from Mario Kart in real life. At one point, I remember letting a scorpion pinch my arm.
My all-time favorite was we got hooked up to these electromagnetic pulse things, and they would turn it up really high, and we would start pulsing like this. And I had to make a sandwich, and the cheese was going everywhere, and I couldn't control myself.
The craziest thing I had to do was probably run Mount Midoriyami when I hosted American Ninja Warrior back in the day, and I got on this obstacle course, and boom,
face first into the Mount Midoriyami waters, and the entire country of Japan was laughing at me.
During our 1000th episode, Kevin was supposed to like catch this greased pig, and the moment Kevin got in there, this pig did like a 5-foot vertical leap in the air and then was just loose in the studio. It was chaos.
I have this picture somewhere of the chessboard and two like lobsters playing chess. No idea what it was about. I was just like, holy shit, this is nerd vaudeville.
What is my fondest memory of G4? I would have to say that is meeting and marrying my husband. Definitely was a bonus.
I cannot thank the fans enough who kept G4 going as long as it did.
I have to say a huge thank you to all of the G4 fans.
Thank you guys. Thank you for always supporting us.
Thanks for being the best all around. You have no idea how much I've appreciated your support.
Could you imagine if they decided to bring it back? That would never work.
Son. We're arming BasketBot with a handful of infants, and we're going to see who can catch the most. Avali is, in fact, going first. Thank you, Will. BasketBot, do your dirtiest. Okay, baby one, right into the clutches of Avali. That's a good catch. Okay,
I only had one baby to catch? That's pretty good. Wait, what? Master Chief?
Oh, baby.
What? No, baby was... Okay. So another baby comes...
Oh, no, and the car alarm's going off.
The baby
We
is
got two babies down.
Oh, yeah, I hate to see it.
Will, what happened out there? What? I missed a lot.
We got a lot of dead babies out here, Kevin.
Oh, no, you hate to see it, Will. I can smell the plastic baby heads melting against the asphalt right now. Avali, you monster.
On your marks. Get set. Throw that baby!
Oh, yeah. Baby one, no problem. Keeping his eyes on the window, tucking the baby beneath the armpit. Up, launch. Oh, you got one up the door frame. That one's tough. You hate to see it. This one could cinch it right here on the final baby. Out the window. William Nefferson. Will he win? Down to the bay. That's it. That's a success. Success for William Nefferson. I believe in disbelief. The play was dead, and now the baby is too. Wow. That's content, friends. That is content.
That's not fatherly behavior.
It is for here. The judges are saying that Will won it. Absolutely. Oh, okay, and wow, just okay. Babies are bouncing off the glass. See if we can get one in. Oh, no. Come on, Will. Let's see if we can make this happen. Here it comes. Whipping it. Oh.